guys, Robbo46 here, welcome yourselves back to MotoGP 20 on the Xbox One X. Let's continue with career mode. We're going to Aragon next and then Buriram. We could potentially wrap up the title at Buriram depending on what happens at Aragon. But it could be possible. We've done it there before. But yeah, it's time to go to Aragon for the next round. So let's see how we get on. It's wet qualifying for this one. Okay. FP3 was no good. I was about 18th place overall. So not good. Yeah, hoping we can do a good job in qualifying. We were quickest in Q1. So that was that worked out well. I've done a 49.0 in Q1, so I'm hoping I can do the same again, and that should put us on pole position. Unless anyone else is going to go quicker. At the moment we're half a second off of Rossi's time as I go very wide at turn 7. So I have actually DM'd Milestone on Instagram, just giving them a few suggestions and some feedback for the difficulty in MotoGP 20. Basically just saying, you know, the AI need to be made quicker, especially on 120%. Slipstreaming as well needs to be obviously nerfed a bit, and you shouldn't really be picking up slipstream from like over a second behind someone. And that it seems like the AI seem to roll off the throttle when you're slipstreaming them, because I've slipstreamed people online and you don't get anywhere near as much of an advantage as you do in single player. And I've also said about the free practice and qualifying times, and also the development test times as well. They need altering, because they do seem to be, you know, times which are really difficult to hit, and yeah, doesn't necessarily reflect your pace for the race. But we've just put ourselves in 4th position. So starting on the grid in 4th place, which ain't too bad, front of the 2nd row. Okay, time to go racing then. So we'll go for a medium rear, soft front, full tank of fuel. Yeah, hopefully I'll hear back from Milestone at some point about my feedback for the game. Yeah, AI definitely needs to be upped, especially Mazzano. That race, I wasn't even trying, and we won by a big margin. Right, okay. Here we go at Aragon. Let's try and get a good start. It's not a very long run down to turn 1. It's a very tight corner as well. Yeah, we got through there okay. That was fine. So through turn 2. We are still in 3rd position, so that's fine. We've made it 1 place off the grid. Rossi is leading. Marquez is in 2nd place. We'll see how we get on with chasing these two, if they pull away or not. I am starting to think that the AI on MotoGP 19 was actually stronger than what they are in 20. That's just my personal take on it. Because even though it was annoying as anything when they dive bombed you on MotoGP 19, at least they went for overtakes. They don't seem to be, you know, in an opportunity to put any overtakes in on the player. Sometimes they just run straight into the back of you. They run into the back of each other when they're slipstreaming each other. So I don't think the new Anna, as we go way too deep into turn 12, I don't think the new Anna is as smart as the old Anna. So definitely needs tweaking a bit more. Yeah, it is all very bit weird, but hopefully it can be sorted out with some patches. So we are 1.2 behind. Now let's see what I'm talking about with the slipstream. So we were over a second behind, and look how much we closed in on Marquez just from the slipstream. We shouldn't have been picking up slipstream from back there. And the fact that we pretty much more than half the gap as well is it doesn't work that much in real life. Yeah, the gap's half a second, so we made up about 6/10 in that slipstream zone. Of course, slipstream does work in real life, but not to that effect. Especially not on a Yamaha slipstream in a Honda, or when you're on a Yamaha and you're slipstreaming a Ducati, you can just pretty much get past them pretty quickly. So yeah, I do hope that that is something they'll look into. I did also say that a Yamaha slipstreaming and blasting past a Ducati is very, very rare nowadays in real life. In fact, it doesn't tend to happen because as soon as the Yamahas pull out the slipstream, they can't, you know, they can't get past a Ducati or a Honda. They have to wait for the braking zone. So, yeah, hopefully they will tweak some stuff. I will let you guys know if and when they get back to me. See what they say. I put some of the stuff as like a public comment as well on their Instagram, so hopefully they will see one of them. Right, we are on the back of Marquez now. So we've caught these guys up. And it is time, we're going to just slip, well, we don't even need to blast past. Look, Rossi's on a Yamaha, which is a better spec than mine, yet I can blast past him. I know that I may have got a slightly better run out of the chicane, but even so, Rossi looking over his shoulder there. Marquez trying to come through the final corner. And again, just, it looked like Rossi came off the throttle again there. As soon as we started getting past him, he like dropped back quite a bit. So it looked like he rolled off the throttle. Sounds like Marquez is up to second. He is. You can hear that Honda behind. There he goes. Marquez into the lead. He's had a much better season this season. Last season when I was with Suzuki, he didn't really get going until about halfway through the season. And by that time, it was a bit too little too late. But he's had a pretty good season so far. And he is my main competitor in the championship. So, yeah. We'll have to wait and see what happens after this race. But if it finishes as it is, it's going to be very, very difficult. In fact, it might be nigh on impossible to win the title at Buriram. That is kind of the way it's going at the moment, because we need to leave Buriram with 101 point lead or more. So, I mean, it's 60 something at the moment. We'll have to double check after the race, but Marquez is getting away. It's 1.1, and again we'll pick up the slipstream from back here. Look how much we're closing in as well. That shouldn't happen. And the Honda is quicker in a straight line than the Yamaha. So yeah, a few more tweaks need doing to the difficulty and the slipstream. But yeah, the Suzuki seemed really quick in a straight line for me. This Yamaha does as well, even though the Yamaha was one of the slowest bikes on the grid last season, especially Quattararo's Yamaha. And of course, next season we're with Ducati. So I can understand blasting past a Yamaha or a Suzuki or an Aprilia or even a KTM on a Ducati. But yeah, not when I'm on a Yamaha and we're blasting past literally anything and everything. Alright, so what's the gap to Marquez now? Have we brought it down a little bit? Because we've only got 2 laps to go after this one. It's 0.7. Okay, through 13. Oh, that's a little too hot into 14. Try to square turn 15 off just to try and get a better run out. But yeah, we're a second behind Marquez still. And again, we'll use that slipstream just to close that gap down. So yeah, 2 laps to go. We're still in second place. I think Rossi is still in third position. We'll see what he is over the line. But he's really dropped back to the group behind. Oh, sorry, Marquez. Yeah, Rossi was still in third position. Could we see Rossi get onto the podium? I don't think he's had one since I've been playing this game. He's really dropped off Marquez and myself. Okay, so got 1 lap to go after this one. Tell you what, my rear tyre is not looking great. The left-hand side of the rear tyre is definitely letting go. Maybe we should have gone for the hard rear tyre. I know a few of them went for the hard rear tyre, but the temperature wasn't that high. Okay, we could be in a bit of trouble here. Right, let's try put up the power mapping 2 for this straight. See if we can really close that gap down. It's over a second again. Slipstream is, of course, going to work as we close in. I think we're going down that straight. I don't know if that's a case of the AI tend to come off the throttle a little bit going down the straight, and that obviously allows you to close in and then you get in the slipstream as well, or if it is purely just slipstream. But I still think that they do roll out the throttle when you get in the slipstream, because like I said before, you don't get that kind of advantage online when you're slipstreaming someone. So this is the final lap around Aragon. The final lap. Can we... Oh, that's... I thought I was going in too hot then into turn 7, but we were fine. That gap is still pretty much the same. We're not really closing in at the moment. I'm trying. I am trying, but my rear tyre is not liking it. Okay, down to turn 12. Through there was fine. Need a good run through 13, but that gap is growing. I don't think we're going to do this. So we're going to come down to this straight. The gap is 1.2. It was less than that last lap and we still couldn't get with Marquez. We're not going to do it unless we can get him out of the final corner, but I don't think we're close enough. The rear's moving around as well, sliding all over the place. Yeah, no, it's going to be second place. Marquez is keeping the fight alive at the moment. Rossi got a top 3. And he set the fastest lap of the race, 46.0 on the final lap. So we are going to see Rossi on the podium. Okay. So yeah, 68 points. It's not doable. We cannot win the title at Buriram. It would be close, but yeah, not enough. So the title will go beyond Buriram. Depending what happens in the next race, looking likely we could wrap it up at Motegi of all places. Yeah, I'm happy with that result considering how FP3 went very, very badly in the dry. But we've done well in qualifying and done a little bit better in the race. So yeah, second place there. Alberto Puig looks weird in this game. There's Rossi on the podium. Right then, Buriram is next. I'm hoping we will get a good result there as well. I'm wondering if it's still going to do that weird thing it was doing last season where you could be like 1.5 seconds under the time during the first 3 sectors, and then by sector 4, by the finish line, you're like 3 seconds off the pace. So we're going to refuse the contract from Petronas Yamaha for next season, just because we've obviously signed with Tissot Ducati for next season. So unfortunately, we're going to say goodbye to Petronas Yamaha for next season. It's only for 1 more season as well, but yeah, we're going to go with Tissot Ducati. 7 laps around Buriram. Let's get on to it then. Qualifying did not go well again. It was raining. And yeah, I'm starting way down on the grid. So yeah, this could be an interesting race. We've got a lot of ground to try and make up. Luckily there's a load of straights, so we can use slipstream, but we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Right, here we go. So we've already made up a few places as we go into turn 1. Nearly wiped out our teammate Morbidelli, but we're already up to 11th. Slipstream Morbidelli will blast past him. Going to blast past the Ducati. How is this possible in a Yamaha? And we're already up to 4th place. Oh, someone almost went into the back of me there. Okay, so we're up to 3rd, just behind Dovi. And yeah, this shouldn't happen, but we're up to 2nd place. And now it's just me and Marquez again. So we've got to try and do a repeat of Aragon. But from this time, hopefully it'll be the other way around. We shall see. But yeah, there's no way I should have been able to make up about 13 places in a few corners. That's just how powerful the slipstream is for the player at the moment. Anyway, down to the final corner. It's going to be the end of lap 1. 2nd place, 32.8 on that lap. Into turn 1, we are going to be right behind Marquez now. And of course we can slipstream. And there we go, into the lead. Although I've gone in a little bit hot. No, I was going around the outside. I don't think that's going to work, Marc. It hasn't worked for him. So that is me back into the lead. I mean, you would think he would have got a slight better exit than me going wide and making the corner into a V. He's gone around the outside of me. But he actually lost time down the straight. So Marquez is back into the lead. He managed to go around the outside and it worked for him. So I've got it all to do again. So 0.4 of a second lead at the moment. We'll see what it is by the line. Oh, that's me a bit wide. down to the final corner. I know I'm better on the brakes into the final corner, and we get the bike stopped nicely. But yeah, we are right on Marquez again. Fast lap of the race, 30.7. And he's back through. Try and get past him without slipstreaming, and yeah, that is looking like it's going to happen. So I'll put the rear brake on now, actually, because that's pretty much what it should be like, especially with a Yamaha versus a Honda at the moment. And that's more what it would have been like last season. You know, able to get in the slipstream, but not really able to do anything once they come out of it. Okay, so 0.2 at the moment. We've got 1.9 over Dovizioso, so we've got a huge gap back to third. So we've still got it all to do to try and get past Marquez. Obviously I could have got past him quite easily down that straight, but I just wanted to make it a bit more challenging. We're closing on the brakes anyway. So through turn 1. So we are closing. But again, I will just put the rear brake on just to, you know, stop going past at the moment, although I've gone past in the brakes, but that's going to send me a bit wide. Should be able to cut back underneath on the exit, not quite. Okay, he's going to be on the inside anyway. So, can we get past any other means? At the moment, no. Right, through turn 7. So come to the end of lap 4. We're still in second position. We're not going to wrap up the title here. That's going to be impossible for us to do. Especially if we do win and Marquez finishes second, then yeah, we will not be doing it here anyway. Oh, that was a bit weird. Okay, 30.7 for Marquez, 30.8 for me. So lap times are pretty close. But yeah, the fight will go on to Motegi, but then we've only got to leave Motegi with a 75-point lead. But then again, Marquez does this kind of performance that he had at Aragon and now here. I mean, depending on what happens after this race, we still may not be able to wrap it up at Motegi. It might go on to Phillip Island. Who knows? Oh, that's me a bit too hot into turn 5. So we've got 2.5 laps to go. Still in second for the time being. As long as we can stay in touch, that's fine. It's if he starts up in the pace when I'm not expecting it, and we may end up shooting ourselves in the foot. And I've just messed turns 10 and 11 up, which has really let him off the hook. So we've got 2 laps to go. Marquez has got a little bit of a lead. It's just on a 30.4 as well, and I've done a 30.8, so the gap is 0.9. Let's see how much we can close that down on the straight. Tyres are absolutely fine. We went with the correct compounds this time. yeah, we are closing in on the straight, and we're closing a bit on the brakes as well. It's already 0.4, so we made up half a second on that straight. Closing a little bit more down this straight. Apart from, you know, the two straights and the hairpin in between, there's not really anywhere else I can get past him at the moment. Maybe into the final corner, but do I really want to leave it that late? Then we could have a repeat of, always looking over his shoulder, could have a repeat of Fabio and Marquez last season. So the gap is still 0.6. Tell you what, he's definitely up the pace. Into the final corner, we've got 1 lap to go. 30.3 and a 30.1 from me. So yeah, the pace is going up. I was only a couple tenths quicker than him that time. And I wasn't messing about with the rear brake either. So yeah, power mapping onto 2 now. Let's see what we can do now. Oh, we're much later on the brakes. Oh, that's me wide. Uh-oh. Tell you what, all that messing about, we may not do this at the moment, because it is literally, there's no other place where I've been stronger apart from the last corner, and we need to make sure we're close enough to be able to do that. And he's still got a little gap. There was me messing about. Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe Marquez was messing me about. Half a second. I don't think we're close enough. We need a good run through 10 and 11. Which we got, but we're not closing quick enough. It's going to be a hell of a lunge. It's going to be a hell of a lunge, and the rear wheel came up in the air. Ooh! I think we may have just clipped the rear of Marquez there, but it's not to be. Another second place. Wow. Crutchlow set the fastest lap on the final lap, 29.6. Okay. Well, there we go. Another second place. 63 points. So yeah, we will... Well, we haven't wrapped up the championship. We've still got a way to go. And it's still going to be quite difficult to do it at Motegi, especially if Marquez finishes in the top 3. So this is into the final corner. The rear just came up in the air from me. And I didn't actually hit him on that replay. But yeah, just caught me off guard. So, to the podium again. Second place again. The championship is going further than I was expecting. But that's fine. We've still got a huge lead. Even if we don't wrap it up at Motegi, then we can just do it at Phillip Island, where we've just got to leave there with a 50-point lead. But we have to see what happens at Sepang. Usually that's not Sepang, Motegi. Usually that's quite a strong race, despite the fact I don't like that track. But it could go complete opposite way. I could have some bad luck there, which, you know, it happens there. If it's going to happen anywhere, it's going to be Motegi. So we have to wait and see. But yeah, Marquez, that was a double win for him. So the championship goes on to Motegi. See what we can do. Alright, so reputation going up nicely, so are the credits. So yeah, looking good there. Yeah, so it's Motegi, Phillip Island, Sepang and Valencia for the last few races. So we've got some work to do, but anyway guys, that is going to be it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I shall see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay safe and wash your hands. See you.